there's magic in your backyard. Go and find it.
We'll head around to all the towns, head away, holiday. South Aussie with Cosi's on sit down. South Aussie with Cosi.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field tonight, Melbourne City and Adelaide United.
Oh, how good is this? We have travelled with the Adelaide boys, the Adelaide United soccer team. We've come up to Darwin. They're playing Melbourne, so it's a whole Adelaide-Melbourne rivalry here in the Northern Territory. And we've come up to find out how they go. Jerry, he's made the leg from Tranmere in Adelaide.
Yes.
What do you do there for a quid?
I work for Landcare.
Okay,
up
oh
in the
good,
hills.
I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I planted 2,000 trees when I was a young fella.
Terrific.
Yeah.
It's not all about trees.
No,
You know,
but I mean a
about-
big part of it is
yeah.
don't dismiss what trees are doing out there, please.
No, we've got to do something for the environment.
Oh, well, tell us about your trip, how's it been?
Well, fantastic. My wife and I have just been to Kakadu and Arnhem Land,
Yep.
and it was 5 days. It was exhausting, but absolutely incredible to see the country as it is.
Mate, 5 days with your wife at the best of times. It's exhausting. I'm no thief as such, but if I were to ever go in the business of stealing ATMs, I reckon the best way to steal an ATM would be to hook onto that trailer over there. Righto, it's half time. Sadly, at this point, Adelaide United aren't exactly winning, but hey, still another half to go. Earlier on in the day, I took the lads from Adelaide United to a place called Crocosaurus, where you can actually dive with the crocodiles. Have a look at this.
Pretty cool to get up close and personal with one. I don't think I've ever been that close to any sort of Australian reptile in my life.
It's a good experience. Went with Tarek into the little tank and then down with the crocodiles. So yeah, it was pretty interesting, scary at first, but thoroughly enjoyed it.
I went in with Deli Babaj. He was a bit scared, so it was pretty much listening to him scream.
Nah, he's talked it up a bit too much.
Something I'll never forget, and yeah, look forward to maybe doing it again.
The lads had a ball playing with the crocodiles, but now it's back to the soccer to see how the second half of Adelaide United versus Melbourne panned out. Come on, you Reds!
Bouncy, 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 la 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 la.
They've come from far and wide to see the Adelaide United Melbourne game, including as far as
Northern Ireland.
Belfast,
Northern Ireland.
How's the trip been so far?
Fantastic.
You know what's really funny is that Australians pay Islanders out all the time in
Yeah.
such an endearing way.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
do the same about us in Ireland? Irish jokes, to be sure, to be sure.
Yeah, well,
Awkward, they don't.
hey, hey, do you want to come here and put a wee shrimp on the barbie, big man?
Well, there it is. The mighty Adelaide United win 4-3. Gave Melbourne a right old punishing and a heck of a comeback. Hey, stick around because after the break, we'll have a look at what's to do around Darwin, including jumping with the crocodiles.
South Aussie with Cosi. South Aussie with Cosi.
Welcome back, folks, to a very special episode of South Aussie with Cosi as we follow Adelaide United, who played Melbourne a couple of days ago up here in Darwin. We got behind the Reds and they delivered in style with a 4-3 win against Melbourne. So that was a great result. While we're up here, we thought we'd have a bit of a look around because South Australia and Northern Territory share a special bond. We are linked by one of the most famous train rides in the world, and that train ride is the Ghan. Travelling on the Ghan from Adelaide to Darwin was one of the best travel experiences my wife and I ever had. In my opinion, the mighty Ghan is a living legend. The trip itself is 2,979 kilometres through the heart of outback Australia. But the Ghan's so much more than just a train ride. It's an iconic journey and a bucket list item for most Aussies. I mean, just have a look at these shots. It's simply awesome. When you're travelling from Darwin to Adelaide, the off-train excursions include stopping at Katherine for a cruise in a gorge, Alice Springs.
Welcome to Alice Springs, the heart, the soul, the centre of Australia.
And then also Cooper Pedy. The new stopover at Cooper Pedy is super exciting for this amazing outback SA town. It's all thanks to the Ghan that Cooper Pedy now has extra tourists checking into the town to explore all that it has to offer, including its own drive-in. Have a look at that. It's actually only one of 2 drive-ins in the whole of South Australia. But why is it called the Ghan? Well, between 1870 and 1920, approximately 20,000 camels and around 3,000 cameleers worked the camel train routes across outback Australia. So it's fitting that the Ghan's name is the Ghan as acknowledgement of what these men did back in all those days so long ago. There's so many grades for travelling on the Ghan, so there really is a budget for everybody. The Ghan journey offers guests the opportunity to step off the train and experience the destination, so it is so much more than just a train ride. I don't think there's a better way to travel across outback Australia. For more information, head to greatsouthernrail.com.au. Yep, the NT's got it all from big trains on tracks to road trains on roads. Accommodation options in Darwin are also plentiful, but I reckon the key is to stay somewhere close to town that's well located. Oaks Alarm Darwin ticks all the boxes, plus practically every room has got its own balcony with killer views.
Oaks Hotels and Resorts now has over 50 properties in Australia and New Zealand. Darwin is our newest, just recently opened. We're very proud of this property. It's one of the newest in the market and the facilities are just outstanding. It has over 300 rooms. We have hotel rooms, 1-bedroom apartments and also 2-bedroom apartments. So it caters for all families, people coming here for short breaks or the longer stays as well. I love this property. It just has the most amazing views over Darwin, both the harbour and also looking towards the city. It's just an outstanding product, and our leisure facilities as well, coupled with a beautiful swimming pool. We also have Soul Food restaurant, which is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner daily. Almost all of the apartments at this property have balconies, so you can sit outside and just enjoy the fabulous Darwin weather all year round. Whether it's sitting out here having some room service or just having a quiet beer at the end of the day, it's just perfect for everyone.
How's this? You can actually stay at the Oaks Alarm Darwin from just $119 per night, or if you're travelling in the peak season, you can pick up rooms for $219. Best of all, you get a late checkout. I love that. That's a midday checkout plus free Wi-Fi. For more information, head to travelsuperstore.com.au. We're supporting Adelaide United tonight, so gun player Tarek Elric is this week's mighty South Aussie. Let's start by asking him, what's the best cafe in SA?
Favourite cafe, which is probably a lunch destination, is Penny University, which is in the city. It's a small place, but it's pretty friendly and everyone knows each other there. Yeah, I lived at Henley Beach. For me, that's my favourite one. I don't think it's as busy as Glenelg, but I think it's busy enough to enjoy. I want to do the shark dive. A friend of ours knows people that do it for us, so hopefully I'll get the opportunity to do that.
Coming up after the break, we continue our adventures at Wildman Wilderness Lodge. We're going to have a crack at catching a barramundi, but before I do, I want to show you something. This is the pelvic bone of a cow, right? And there's something really cool that I'll show you to do with the pelvic bone of a cow. You might just pick it up and think, that's no good to anyone. Well, you'd be wrong. How good's that? See you after the break.
South Aussie with Cosi.
Welcome back, folks. We're doing something a little different on South Aussie with Cosi. We've headed to the Northern Territory. Our beloved Adelaide United played Melbourne here last night. So while we were here, we thought we'd have a bit of a sticky beak around one of our favourite neighbours in Australia, the Northern Territory. We're here at Wildman Wilderness Lodge and we're about to do one of their cruises. This place is stunning.
We're out on the Wildman here and we're on the home billabong, or we call it the home billabong, but actual name is Canallan Billabong. And we come out here for an hour, we're going to cruise around and see what we can see. We've got lots of life out here. We've got saltwater crocodiles, freshwater crocodiles. We've got lots and lots of different species of birds. The top end here are about 280 different species of birds, and 80 of these birds are migratory birds. Some of them fly as far as China, Russia or Siberia to come here each year.
Oh, and how's this bird? We watched him for half an hour, waiting patiently for a little fish to swim past, then bang, grabs one. How cool.
We're situated 170 kilometres from Darwin, which will take you roughly about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours comfortable to come out here from Darwin. And we've got fishing trip, so you can come out here for a couple of hours and try and catch yourself a barramundi.
What's the key to catching a barra, Brad?
Oh, a lot of patience and keep going for it. There's a hell of a lot of skill involved, and then there's a lot of luck involved as well. Pretty much just got to put it in the right place, right in front of him, get his attention, and then hopefully he'll come and have a bite on it. We've got the pandanus here, so it's Pandanus aquaticus. You'll find it all around the edges, around the freshwater areas. The leaves of this tree, you've got to watch out, got spikes all over it. But the Aboriginal women, they put their fingernails in there, strip off the spikes, and they break it back, peel it open, and hang it up to dry. Then they use different roots off different trees as dyes to get the different colours. And then they weave all the baskets and mats and things from this tree here. There's a round fruit on here at certain times of the year. And it's covered in nuts. It's not really a fruit, it's a big ball of nuts. You throw the nuts into the water and just use it for fishing, for turtles. The turtles love eating it. They swim up to grab the nut. You grab them by the neck and you've got yourself some turtle for dinner. We got the Burdekin duck or the Rajah shell duck, the little black and white ones, which we also call the $1,000 duck. They're fully protected. It's a $500 fine if you shoot one. But if you shoot one, you've got to pay for two. They mate for life, and if one dies, the other one dies within 2 to 3 weeks of losing his partner. They sort of give up the will to live and stop eating and slowly pass on. Bit of a shame, really.
Everybody loves an interesting fact. How about this one? For every one person on this world, how many ants do you reckon there are? Well, I can tell you, for every one person, there are roughly 16 million ants. That's amazing. These might be termites, but I think they're ants.
We're in the middle of the Mary River wetlands. We're on a segment of land that belongs to Wildman Wilderness Lodge, and we have 25 units. 10 of them are what we call habitats, which is sort of luxury style air-conditioned room. And then in the morning, it is really sort of quite a beautiful sight with the animals sort of coming in from the bush. Their front area is fully glassed, so even the bathroom is glassed. So when you're having a shower, if you really want to, as long as no one walks past, you can actually sort of pull the shade up and you can watch the animals and the wetlands.
Interestingly enough, they specifically asked me not to shower with the blind up. That's kind of hurtful. The other accommodation option they've got is really cool safari tents.
These tents were made in Africa by the East Africa Canvas Company, and they're exactly the same as you'll see on any safari lodge in Africa. The animal life is probably the most attractive feature. We've got crocodiles in the billabong down the back of the lodge here, and quite often you'll hear the pigs rooting around in the morning. You will also see buffalo. We also have a fairly almost friendly buffalo called Wilbur, who you've got to be a little bit careful of because he sometimes wanders onto the lawn at night, and you can sort of frighten him and he sort of gets a bit twitchy.
South Aussie with Cosi. South Aussie with Cosi.
Great to have your company, folks. We're here in the Northern Territory. We've actually come up because Adelaide United were playing Melbourne here. Adelaide United won, so we were supporting the Reds. But while we're up here, I thought we may as well have a look at South Australia's favourite neighbour, the... jump crocodile. He's got me! The Northern Territory. And we've come out here on spectacular jumping crocodile cruises on the Adelaide River. This place is awesome, so I thought we'd better catch up with Jackie and find out what makes this place tick.
So here on Spectacular Jumping Crocodiles, that is exactly what we do. We take people out, we show them the crocodiles, we teach them a little bit about them, and we really just try and show the crocodiles off. They're great to work with. It's heaps of fun and people love to see it. People come from all around the world to come to our Spectacular Jumping Crocodiles to see these crocodiles jump and to learn a bit about them. I love everything about crocodiles. They're so interesting. They are dinosaurs. They're practically one of the oldest living animals. Their capabilities are just amazing. They can jump so high, they can run so fast, and they can swim so fast. They just continually amaze me when we work out here. We love to show other people how amazing they are as well. We're open 7 days a week. We do 4 tours, 9, 11, 1 and 3 every day. And we have great prices. It's only $35 per person. We do a family pass for $80, $30 for seniors and $20 for children. So it's great prices, great fun for everyone to come down and have a look at. We are an all-girl crew. All of us are girls, so there's girls driving, girls talking, there's girls everywhere. So it's really nice to have an all-girl crew and it's really nice for everybody else to come and enjoy us as well. Enjoy us, I know. It sounds really bad, doesn't it?
Tell me more about being able to enjoy you guys. That part, $35 seems like a pretty good deal. That's a bargain.
You get a job here.
Although I'd have to have a sex change.
This big fella up on the bank here having a rest is Hannibal. He is 100 years of age, weighs over a tonne and is over 6 metres long. He is the king of the river and we do get so excited when we get to meet up with him. So he has got a few white bits on his head and what that was from is a couple of years ago when he was on our cruise, he came swimming around the boat with a female in his mouth. She was chomping away on his head and he was so damn proud of himself and he took her over to the bank and he ate her. So that's love out here.
How good is this? Jumping crocs on this awesome stretch of river. Geez, I wish Dad was here to see this. Actually, he is.
So a really interesting fact about these crocodiles is males keep on growing till the day they die, females stop growing at 3.5 metres. If you get a big croc and he was to have a big feed, he could park himself up in the banks and not have to eat for another whole year. Something else we offer on the Spectacular Jumping Crocodile Cruise is getting to interact with some really cool birds. We have some kites here, the black kite and the whistling kite. And a really cool fact about these birds is they're actually also known as fire stick birds because what they'll do is if there's a fire burning, they'll pick up a burning piece of stick, take it over to somewhere where it hasn't been burnt, wait for it, throw it in, wait for it to light up and collect all the little bugs and animals that run out. So they're not really popular with the fire brigade out here, but they're pretty cool animals to come and have a look at.
I've got to ask, your eyes are something special. What's the story?
I was just born with it. Because I am a twin, an identical twin, they do reckon that it is quite common for one to have a throw out of a different colour eye. That's about it. That's as much as I know about them.
Oh, I gotta say, this place is awesome. Spectacular Jumping Crocodile Cruises is fantastic. This is something the kids would absolutely love. Well priced and free tea and coffee afterwards. The all-girl crew were loads of fun, but I gotta say, towards the end of the day, I couldn't help but feel like they were bullying me a little bit. Look, if you're keen to go jumping with the crocodiles or for a jog on Kangaroo Island, Travel Superstore can get you there. They're South Australia's fastest growing travel agency with no online booking fees. Check out travelsuperstore.com.au. In fact, head there right now because we're giving away a $1,000 travel voucher so you can have a well-deserved holiday. Well, that's all we got time for, folks, on South Aussie with Cosi. I want to leave you with this thought. Work-life balance guru Nigel Marsh, I love him, he says this: commercial companies are designed to extract every ounce of your life out of you while they can. And in the end, it's people like, most likely your boss, are going to work you to the ground till the day you retire. If you don't design your own life, then somebody else will do it for you. So I encourage everybody to break the mold and allow yourself some time off and do what you want to do. Explore South Australia and Australia. There is so much to see and do. I'll catch you on the road somewhere.
In South Australia we will go, head away, holiday.
How many ants... Hang on a second, let me start again.
Sounds like you're making it up.
And this train brings tourists. This show is proudly brought to you by Travel Superstore. Based in South Australia, taking you all over the world. Check out travelsuperstore.com.au. Your journey simple.
I like possums.